Good morning, students. I hope you all are fine. So, let's continue the chapter. We have started lesson number 5 of our civics book, Judiciary. So, we are on the topic what is the structure of the courts in India. Two topic we have covered. Today, we are going to start this. So, let's start. There are three different levels of courts in our country. There are several courts at the lower level. There is only one at apex level. You have already heard about the High Court, Supreme Court, District Court. So these are the level of the courts. So the courts most people interact with are what are called subordinate or district courts. So these are usually at the district or tehsil level or in towns, and they hear many kinds of cases. Like firstly, if you are living in some at some place, so the first level you have to face, that is of district court. So mostly all the towns, cities, they have to deal with the district courts. So they are so each state has divided into the districts that are presided over by a district judge. Each state has a high court. Now the state has the high court and the country has the Supreme Court. So which is the highest court of the state? At the top is the Supreme Court, that is located in New Delhi and presided over by the Chief Justice of India. The decision made by the Supreme Court are binding on all other courts in India. So I hope it is clear to you. On the lowest level, that is the district court. After that, it is high court, and on the top level, it is the Supreme Court. So the structure of the courts from the lower to the highest level is such that it resembles a pyramid. Having read the description above, can you fill out which types of court would exist at what level in the following diagram? Like what would be in the last and what would be on the top? This you can do by yourself. Now just come on the next page. So, are these different levels of courts connected to each other? Now the question arises, like we came to know that there are the three levels of court, but is there any connection between all these three courts? Yes, they are connected. In India, we have an integrated judicial system, meaning that the decision made by higher courts are binding on the lower courts also. So what it means, the decision which the higher court has taken, the other courts have to follow it. So another way to understand this integration is through the appliance system that exists in India. So this means that a person can appeal to a higher court if they believe that judgment passed by the lower court is not just. If they are not sure, if they don't believe that the decision taken by the district court is right or wrong, they can appeal to the high court also, and after that they can appeal to the Supreme Court also. So now let's understand what we mean by the appellate system by tracking a case. Now we are going to read a story about which you will come to know that how someone can appeal to that court. So by tracking a case versus Lakshman Kumar and others from the lower courts to the Supreme Court. So now read the story. I am just reading this story for you. You can read it by yourself also and understand it. In February 1918, Lakshman Kumar married 20 years old Sudha Goyal, and they lived in a flat in Delhi with Lakshman's brothers and their family. On 2nd December 1980, Sudha died in a hospital due to burns. Her family filed a case in court. When this case was heard in the trial court, four of her neighbors were called in as witness. They stated that on night of December 1, they had heard Sudha scream and had forced their way into Lakshman's flat. So there they saw Sudha standing with her sari in flames. They extinguished the fire by wrapping Sudha in a gunny bag and a blanket. Sudha told them that her mother-in-law Shakuntala had poured kerosene oil on her, that her husband Lakshman had lit the fire during the trial. Members of Sudha's family and a neighbor state that Sudha had been subjected to torture by her in-laws and that they were demanding more cash, a scooter, and a fridge on the birth of the first child. As part of their defense, Lakshman and his mother state that Sudha's sari had accidentally caught fire while she was heating milk. So, on the basis of the other evidence, the trial court convicted Lakshman, his mother Shakuntala, and his brother-in-law Subhash Chandra and sentenced all these three of them to death. So, this was the decision taken by the court. Now, next, what happened? You can read it. Like in November 1983, the three accused went to the High Court. The decision was taken by the by the District Court. After that, this decision in the November 1983, the three went to the High Court to appeal against the verdict of the trial court. So the High Court, after hearing the arguments of the lawyer, decided that Sudha had died due to an accidental fire caused by the kerosene stove. Lakshman, Shakuntala, and Subhash Chandra were acquitted. Now you can see that the decision that was taken by the trial court or the decision taken by the high court, that is both different. Now this is the clear, if you are not satisfied with the decision, then you can appeal to the next court also. Now we will cover it. You may remember the photo essay on the women's movement in your class 7 book. You read about how in 1980s women's group across the country spoke about against dowry deaths. They protested against the failure of the courts to bring this case to justice. The above high court judgment deeply troubled women, and they held demonstration and filed a separate appeal against this high court decision in the Supreme Court through the Indian Federation of the Women Lawyers. Now we can see what the changes are here, what is going on in the first trial. In the first court, the court decided that the three are victims. In the high court, they the decision was that they are the innocent, they didn't Sudha has died by the accident. But after that, the women were very concerned about that. They thought that this is the matter of the dowry, and if the victims are like they are free like this, then it would be very difficult for the others women. So they appealed to the Supreme Court. So in 1985, the Supreme Court heard this appeal against the acquittal of Lakshman and the two members of his family. The Supreme Court heard the arguments of the lawyers and reached a decision that was different from that of the High Court. They found Lakshman and his mother guilty, but acquitted the brother-in-law Subhash because they did not have enough evidence against him. So the Supreme Court decided to send the accused to prison for life. Now it is clear that how the decisions have been changed and how the court has decided the court takes the right decision. So this is the you can say the benefit of the different levels of the court. We can appeal to the other level also if you are not satisfied with the one level. So this is enough for today. Next topic, like the what are the difference between the branches of the legal system, that we will do tomorrow. Till then, you just read it and clear this topic. Tomorrow we will start the new topic. Thank you. Have a nice day.